but it's fine. Had the higher health player drop down first, lower health player drops down. As you can see, Talmo being the higher one, drops in just a second after, so the first player ends up focusing in on him, drawing a little bit of the attention. Talmo able to clean it up. Very well played from there to make sure they pincer that one out and close out the victory round. And a really good high ground control there.
Yeah, man, these games so far have been awesome. The set of 3 we just watched, I think it actually, was it 4 games? I don't even know. Action all the time. It is finals, and I believe, like you talked about, that's it. So we are done with queue times. Games are being wrapped. We're going to crown ourselves a winner in just a little bit. I'm really excited, man. We got to tune into the very tail end of Europe. I'm sad we missed, like, what else could have happened. Because, you know, I feel like yesterday's games were a little more style. You know, it was a little more flashy. But today,
well, I mean,
it's, like,
you're
different,
able to
right?
flex a little bit because we talked about the player pools. In terms of making it to the semifinals, which was yesterday's broadcast, if you guys were watching, you need to reach contenders in the arena. 125 for a lot of players, it might have been their first super major tournament. You know, they grind it all week. They get there. For the Mitro and the Mongrels of the world, they're just going to be like, lo-di-do-di-do, no problem, just run through absolutely everyone. Not that they didn't do that in their first game today as well, but then once you start to get going, you don't really expect to see the 15, 16, 17 elim games unless they're doing something very, very, very special, or just kind of everything happens to fall exactly in their favor.
That's right. Again, guys, this is finals for the Lux Cup. If you see these players, let it be known they are the top 3,000, the top 1,500 duels for their respective region. If there's someone that you don't recognize, send a follow their way. Tune into their content because everyone here has worked and faced through the gauntlet to make it here for finals. Now, we're going to take a look at the current standings before going to a break, and then we'll take a look at the final standings later on. Mitro and Mongrel, though, continue maintaining this top spot, 86 points. Oliver and Jinzen here coming out of nowhere with 81 points. Now trying to contest for that first place spot, but Benji Fishy and Mr. Savage tied with Atlantis Tux and E11's Bloodex looking to contest even this top 1 spot. I mean, Sundown, there is a lot of big names here.
Yeah, but they are 11 points off the clip. So again, the queues are done. The players are in their last match now. So rolling through, you have MCES, Andilex, and Orc-H. Forward Aries and Keelix, Solari, Airwalks, and Nikov climbing up there as well. Chapik, ZZZ, Granite Crew, Secrets, Osmo, and Milan, and then Stompy into Shinken rounding out the top 10. But don't forget it's top 30 who are placing inside the money. So we have Team Quesos Potato and Prisionero, B-Mice 4ZR and Backed, VPG's Aurora and Vass, Penta's Hugo and Legends. You have Cream and VGIA Teddy, Gambit Flexi and Letwick. Then you have Singularity's Bass, Thomas HD, the Dual Media Bros, Alpha and Blaster, continually showing up and pushing up there. And now you see kind of that spread's a little tighter. Kingstar and Hunter at 60, and then SC Braga, Dongums, and Idrikil at 59. We got 10 more as well. And reminder, not quite finalized yet. Some players still finishing up their matches. The queues were dropped at around 4 p.m. Eastern time, 15 minutes, so about 10 more minutes left. Hawkers and Keolis, Forze, Aze, and Toos. Downs 2K, not Hellfire, your favorite guy. And Diza, the Irish lad, coming out there with Uyala Richie, Darrow and Item, Alliance's Rizar and Tomo, Natbad Sniper, and VL Kazun San, a Poc XY, I think? I have no idea. Phineas, SCSC, D-Mind Krusty, and D-Mind Snooze Lose, and then Magnus and Nebby XO rounding out the top 30. And again, they might shift a little bit, but that's a good idea of what that leaderboard is going to look like.
That's right. And keep in mind, those points still very, very tight. We still have a ton of games left to get through. So keep in mind, we could see these standings shift. It just takes one awesome game, a 20-point game, to just rocket you into those top standings. But, ladies and gentlemen, we do need to take a short little breather. So when we return, we'll have the final conclusion of EU heading your way. So stay tuned. Welcome back, Fortnite fam. We have returned after that short break. If you've been keeping up with the action, you know that Alex was wearing a white shirt and is no longer wearing a white shirt.
I'm mad. I blame the acai bowl. We were in LA. We wanted to live a good life. Wanted to try and, you know, do something different, right? Have a healthy breakfast. Here's the thing, kids. I should have just ate cornflakes. That's what I should have did. I should have just had cornflakes instead of trying to get all fancy with acai. What does that even mean? What does it even mean?
I'll tell you what I know means. It is the tail end of Europe. So we're just going to get right into it and start with the format. Reaching top 12, the format. Top 12, 7, and 3 Victorial are all placement thresholds, with each elimination being worth 1 point. Now, don't forget, this is the tail end of Europe. They have concluded their games. We're just going to cover a few more before crowning ourselves a champion. Something that I just thought of off the top of my head. Your name is Alex.
It is.
So when we're commentating, do they get to see A to Z? All right, guys, we're going to be hopping into games. Yeah.
That was a good one.
Got him! All right, guys.
Congratulations.
I thought about that in the moment. Here we are.
Oh, my God. We are A to Z.
A to Z, baby. A to Z. That is how we do things here. Wow. All right, guys. If you've been watching, you know that we're just going to get right into the action. If you're new here, welcome. We do things a little crazy here. We hop into Circle 4 and or 5, so let's just get into it.
What is this madness?
It is a lot of madness because we just watched a lot of things unfold in front of us, and we get to do it all over again. 37 people, 20 duos left as we're hanging out in your hometown.
That's right.
You're home away from home.
I just got taken out by Grandma's house in Fatal Fields, so feels freaking bad, man.
All too fresh.
It still stings the nostrils, you know. But speaking about this, though, I mean, a lot of the thing about Fatal is that there's a lot of like natural, quote unquote, terrain, right? You have the barns, and you have like two barns, a couple sheds. You also have the cornfields. So there is like some coverage if you do try and, like, rotate out. It's just not something I would like suggest doing, particularly because you lose visibility through those fields. But it is like I think like there's a good spread here, and it's very clear that nice shots there from Losic. I was just gonna say it's like very clear, like there's just so much visibility. There's a lot of lines of sight here that you could really take advantage of, and I like just really taking full advantage of those LOSs and the line of sights, and not really trying to overextend a little too much.
Now see, this is the case, but unless
Raga, mi
you're someone
raccomando,
like
lasciare pure un bel like,
will
Cioè,
sit
già
in
tanto visto portato questo fantastico torneo di
good long
Fortnite,
while
cioè
and then shut down
mondiale,
Punisher
torneo.
coming out of nowhere, making the crowd go wild. This is a recap of something that happened back at TwitchCon. You know, these are good moments. You know, these are things you can do.
Of me casting Fortnite. I had so much fun with that one. But okay, we got a couple of ballers that are going to be out right now, and now we're over here with
Bella Francesca, iscriviti e lascia un bel like se ancora non l'hai fatto.
Depending on who you're asking.
Allora, ma non subito, cioè almeno farei un'altra live minimo. Cioè, solamente in questa live sei stato, quindi non ha senso. Capisci? Sarai anche nella prossima, si farà domani, dopodomani. Ti potrei fare molto.
If you have like a bigger O to a smaller O, right? These are the things that we're here to really break down.
That's right. Also breaking down some of the action as you see midfields.
Però scusami se ti chiamo Francesca, ma Reggio Francesca qui, viene automatico.
Overtaking it, and now they're trying to make their way to the current safe zone. I'm feeling a little claustrophobic already, GB.
Not a lot of space to dance around it.
It's really not. Like you kind of talked about, I mean, the thing is, too, is you see things like the barn that's not, like, destroyed and rebuilt. So you, in theory, could hide in there. But if you get caught out, like, it's not going to be looking good.
No, and even then, right, for the barn, it's just a giant structure that rests right on top of all this commotion. You have a lot of builds that have already begun to spread out a little bit as players are trying to just take up more real estate around the area so that they can get ready for those rotations. Because look, they have to now go further away for that Paradise Palms area and start to snake their way out there. So, you know, what is it? Arson and Krazzers are actually not all that bad. And I think I just saw Krazzers had a Rift to go as well. So if they need to, they'll save their resources, because right now 67 builds for Arson. Maybe they don't want to try and use them all. They can actually try instead to opt for the you know, the little overhead play there with the Rift to go.
Well, it looks like they're trying to put the grenade launcher to work. They crack a baller color there, but nothing to follow up there. It's all good to go. I think maybe they should use the Rift, man. There's still so many players.
Just wait until, basically, they want to wait until that circle is
Ciao
all the
Federica.
way through, unless like they get
Ciao,
challenged and then
Sharky.
they got a Rift out of there, right?
I think they just did.
Exactly, right? There were a lot of bodies that were going to be circling around them, so it makes sense to just get out of
Questo
there
è
as
abbastanza
soon
forte,
as they possibly can. And Nifty is in a bit of hurt here. Currently,
Nifty is Trug. That is
Nifty
his
is
skin
Trug.
name. Trug. He is Trug.
Wow, it's so meta.
So meta.
I appreciate that too.
I do. No, that's pretty cool. He's got the heavy snipes, so watch. Be ready. Keep an eye out, because he's going to punch through someone's build, catch him off guard, swap to the shotty, and they're going back to the lobby.
I like that. It rhymed. Proud of you.
Got him.
I could see how like proud you were of that too.
I had a big goofy smile on my face, I'll be honest, guys. I'll be vulnerable with all of you watching.
Oh boy, look at all this here as they're rotating out and continuing to snake their way through onto the desert side there of the map. Past Fatal. This is where a lot of the commotion is going to take place now. And Nifty still has his teammate alive, but barely by a little bit. I mean, you can see there, the bottom left of your screen, Baydog. You could essentially just cough on him and he'll fall. Player jump right in front of Nifty. Nice play there. That was Monkey who we actually saw earlier on there. Really unfortunate for Monkey, who drops down and is just going to be left to the storm. And goodbye to D-Mind as they're all going to get eliminated here.
Nifty getting punished for those uncovered rotations there. He does have the minis, so he's going to be all right. If he can find another elimination, he's going to top himself back off. Reloading the heavy snipe. Someone drops down. 1 and 10.
Nice.
31. There you go. Krasner has fun. He's going to just let that player go. He's going to keep on moving because he wants that siphon to come through a little later. He did get cracked, though, so the siphon is going to come through. Maybe top him back off. There it is there. It's good. Wall replaced. Nothing. Just a few shots there on the shield.
Wow, that was a great series of events there. That worked out very nicely for Nifty. But look here, you got Absent and Viper up above. They have the ultimate high ground. They also have themselves a great epic rocket launcher. Good builds as well. Just picked up another elimination, which means that they're going to get some more HP, more shields. And now you have players that are going to be circling above them as they're going to be in their gliders. And Viper continuing to shoot down rockets from below. It's death from above, really. And this has just been, if anything, those guys, they're in that power position. And if they continue to hold that, they could very well come out with a victory here. But Magnus is going to take a couple shots from behind there. Or Magnus, I should say. Nebby as well is going to be very weak. Just heard a boogie bomb go off. Good use of the minis there.
That trap scared me. I was like, this is not your trap. And then I was like, oh, his teammate's there. All
Good
right.
timing. Good timing there from Magnus. Very well done. Read that one wonderfully.
Now they're just going to go for the long play, man. Get the edits out. Look at maintaining high ground still.
Look at this open ground as well. There's just so much open terrain, but it's hilly, right? It has just a lot of ups and downs, and that's just a terrain that is not fun to have to fight out of when you're trying to build around this, and you're going to get these really awkward builds because you're just trying to match it to the terrain. So you want to give yourself as much of an advantage as possible. That's where those players in the ultimate high ground are going to benefit from this one. But I spoke too soon earlier when I thought that that D-Mind was done. No, Wilco's still going to be in this one, and he's able to pick off two. That was going to be Magnus. Big plays there. Just deletes them from the server. But once again, Viper and Granite still continue to have presence up above. Viper's going to drop down. Wilco's going to be down low. He's going to be by himself in a 1v1. In a 1v1 now. Viper versus Wilco. And he's going to look around. Viper, he's so nervous because he's going to be outside of the storm. He's got to get back in here. He's only going to have 10 HP left to work with. Meanwhile, Wilco's going to have a lot. If he drops down on the trap, he's going to fall. Does manage to pick up the elimination, which means he's going to get the siphon out of this one. But Viper is continuing to play through the storm. Wilco's got to get in there, and all it took was just one shot. One elimination, and that was it. Wilco picks up the W. You hula hoop. Yes, queen.
Man, that was so dope. So if you pay attention, Wilco's actually playing it smart, right? He waited there because he knew he got the down, but the siphon hadn't come through. While as that other player's duel was still running around on the storm, taking a bunch of damage, he's just like, hey, yeah, no, I'm just going to wait for you to fall.
And there was really nothing he could do.
Yeah, no, there was nothing. So he just waited out, and then he has enough time to fall back in builds, peek out because he knows this guy's solo is going to be in that circle. Lines of the shot, Victory out heading his way, but we're now heading on because it's time for another game, GB. Action never stops. We never get to sleep. I haven't slept. I've been up all night. Mice's Anteprima there in first place with 6 elims. Mitro here in this game with 5 eliminations. I'm assuming dual partner Orc with 4. Everview Stan, STQN, I'm assuming it's Stan, 3 eliminations, and Mongrel here, Mitro's dual partner, also on the board with 2, so together they have 7 eliminations, all.
Wow. And these are our current point leaders here for the finals. Mitro, Mongrel, 2 players that I think for a lot of folks who are watching and they're students of competitive Fortnite, they are very much in the mindset that this is probably I wouldn't even say probably, this is the duo to look out for in the World Cup, because they will show up on the world stage without a doubt. I'm sure we will see them in a little bit here, but for right now though, the action is going to be for Everview Stan, Stone. I say Stan.
Stan.
I'm going to commit to Stan.
Okay. Hey, listen, if we say it wrong,
Stan's committed to the lobby.
If we say it wrong, just shoot us a little Twitter DM
Shoot
there.
us a Twitter.
Shoot us a Twitter. All right. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Just tweet at us. Tweet us. Be like, hey, this is how you pronounce it. Boom. We'll make sure to correct it and get you your recognition. Claymore there. And hello, dude. FA YouTube? Okay. All right. Oh, there we go. The Titans. Look at them sitting on their peak of greatness, raining down with miniguns. Probably their new favorite, I guess, item.
Yeah, because they're so strong. I was playing a couple of games earlier on, and just immediately I recognized there was a build battle going on, so I third party the fight with my beautiful Dynamo skin that I just got. And but like I used the minigun, was able to just easily pick off one of those players there because the minigun just shoots so fast now. And there's no reason for you. If you have an opportunity to run in your kit, why not? It's good. It's just something good where a player like Mitro can dive in with his blue Silence SMG and try and face through a wall, try and like get through, right? And then you have that support from someone like, Mongrel, who has the minigun and can just rain those bullets from above.
And this also lets Mongrel stay up top, right? Like you're saying, if Mitro does want to dive down in someone's box, just leave Mongrel up top, because this is what Mongrel does. He just says, yes, continue to use your utility, fly around, please make it easy for me to find eliminations. And we see another going their way. They're sitting on 9. There's still 27 other players in this game.
They have
potential targets.
They have such great positioning up above with the minigun, forcing players to have to burn through resources, and then on top of which, they just continue to get more and more eliminations. They're at 9 eliminations, but look at the amount of defense here that Oldies and Claymore need to amount in order for them to try and like hold this one off, but they're getting tagged up. Look at the amount of shots that are just flying through in that direction. Oldies, he's one man, he can't keep it going by himself. Claymore is finally gonna fall to the minigun, and this is it right here, right? This is like, you just want to take as many shots as you possibly can with that weapon and just shut someone down, maybe throw a stinker or 2 in there, and then you're off to the races, Zeke.
I really like, too, the way that Mongrel was like, he was laying waste to someone else, right? You got to think the communication. Mitro was probably like, hey, yo, come over here. Literally, Mongrel stops shooting, just turns around, takes 2 steps, and just starts lasering down this 1-by-1. And, of course, they pick up an elimination for it. Now they're going to be sent skyward with this launch pad. I think they're going to try and look to take over these builds right in front. As you see, Mitro dive down, misses it though. But it's okay because Mongrel is here. The other part of this duo, and he's just going to look to reclaim high ground. Mitro is going to probably look to meet up with him. There you go. These guys are just crazy, dude.
Yeah, they have a game plan and they're sticking with it. And it has been clinical, what they've been doing. Jaslik's going to go down from the sky. More players circling around. You're just not safe. You're not safe. That glider is just a big old target for players like Mitro and Mongrel. They will punish you. Hell, dude, goodbye. That's unfortunate to say the least. And just look here, the amount of coverage that they have all around the map. They see so many targets down below. More opportunities for them to get eliminations. Then we go on over here to Archangel and Twinkle. They're tucked away inside of their boxes. Wait to see if anyone's going to push up around them here. They did manage to find one player. They just got to push on through. Caught outside of the storm for the time being. Got a couple guys as well that are going to be snaking their way out of this one. So they're just going to try and use the top of the builds there for coverage. But you got to be careful because so many players are going to be lingering about, just looking to pepper shots all over you. You also have a baller down low. Lots of action, lots of carnage here as the players start to rotate out, Zeke, and try to just get the upper hand and also pick up elimination so that they can get some more resources and maybe some shields that they can take advantage of.
If you're Mitro and Mongrel, you're looking to find elims because you're looking to pad your stats. We saw them right before the break. They are leading the pack as far as eliminations and points go. They just want to keep this, right? They're like, hey, we want to stay #1 on the leaderboard. We want to be Europe's #1 duo for the Lux Cup. And I mean, just look at, Mongrel actually goes down there in the bottom left of your screen. The question is Mitro still alive? Too. That's it, they're done. So any eliminations that they have, I believe this is probably their last game as well. That might be it.
They had a strong showing though in this game. They got a lot of eliminations. They also got placement points from it as well. I'm sure they would have liked to have been able to pick up the victory royale, but it is not meant to be. So in the ultimate high ground, we have Preem and Huberts who are maintaining that position. In the ultimate low, you have a couple ballers down there like Mokrars or Yargi forcing players out as best they possibly can. Hupek as well, just going to be in a scuffle. Intel ZZZ in that mid ground there, and I think it just saw a player that was going in for a challenge. So now we got Dangums and let's see, Edgerkill. Edgerkill. That will now be in the ultimate high.
Listen, man, there's a lot of names, a lot of new, a lot of old, a lot of returning. You know, it's just a lot to keep up with. But you know what's not a lot to keep up with is that gigantic cloud of stink that's going to make sure and control this entire mid-tarp. My God. And he still has another one. If he opts in, look at all these people. They're like, no, you guys keep the high ground. We're just going to dive down around you. Please, no.
Yeah, they all just zipped right on down. It was kind of like a brief moment of respite. I wonder if anyone will try and challenge, though, in that high ground, because Dangums and Edgerkill have so much of an advantage here. They have a lot of resources as well. Players continuing to just, it's raining players, literally just raining them. And they just continuously put more and more shots into them, and then continuing to register that as well. They're getting another elimination. They continue to hold this. How many stinkers does this guy have? Seriously, because it's becoming a problem. I wonder if he has a flatulence issue. And this has just been purely dominant from Dangums and Edgerkill. They're holding this one down, but we do have a good old-fashioned 2v2. It's going to be the Mises guys versus SC Braga. Can they hold them off, though? And Danix is going to get hit. He's going to get tagged up for quite a bit. It's going to be super weak. And he's going to be out of this fight here. Arco's going to push in, but it's not going to matter. The day belongs to Dangums and Edgerkill. Very well done from them. 4 eliminations as well as the victory royale. That is a sizable amount of points for them.
That might not be correct. Again, we are seeing some bugs here and there based on eliminations. I think they actually had more than that, but still, huge comeuppance for them.
That's true, yeah, they did.
They had a lot, bro. There was people flying down from the sky, and they were just like, bloop, 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 points for us. Actual in-game sound effects. But guys, shifting gears, game time. We never stop going. We have to crown ourselves a European dynamic duo champions.
Dynamic champion duo.
Dynamic duo champions. There we go. Something along those lines.
English is hard.
English is hard, especially for me. Elimination leaders there on the right side of your screen. Check it out. Vitality Ads with 4, who's tied with Felix Jen for 4. SNG Thomas HD tied with Vicious Ads there. Vicious Ads, for 3. And then Stompy, your boy, with 2 eliminations. And Laid Back gets laid back because Mexi and Scram here with the double snipe plays, looking to shut everyone down. Stinks.
And they're off. Gonna hit him. It's a pretty satisfying sound when you are hitting them with the stinks and you hear
a little like.
That's it. We honestly should just do the sound effects for the game. Like whenever you fire your like legendary assault rifle, it's like Zeke going pew 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 pew.
I mean, do you want to do that? Do you want to just take a moment to do that for like 30 seconds?
I'm totally down with it if you are.
All right, here we go. Do you want to do sound effects?
I think I'll go. All right.
Okay.
All right. Here's Grant. Pew 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 pew.
I'll be Bills.
Pew 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 pew.
There you go. Did not last the full 30.
We find it entertaining. I'm having a blast.
I am too. Scram and Mexi continue just laying waste to these guys across the way. Now the counter stink is going to shut them down for a minute. It's like, all right, we need a moment. Please give us a breather. Oh God, he was quick on the build of the wall there, but I don't think he's going to be able to pick his dual mate up, GB. I think it might be over for that player.
But they now have themselves 2 heavies. If they do decide to go after that. Scram, though, pushed right on in and eliminated laid back, excuse me, in the game here.
He was laid back to rest in the lobby. In the arms.
That's the second time you've used that one.
I know, I'm sorry.
He wasn't in the lobby yet. He was just on the floor. He's like, please, pick me up, teammate.
He was trying. Still 23 people remain here. You see someone trying to punch through their builds. That's a metal wall, friend. It's not going to be likely. I think that, yeah, there's a campfire on the other side. So that player is basically telling you, I am low. My HP is low. Please allow me to recover. And unfortunately, he is allowed to recover. The question is how much? Looks like a lot, apparently, because he's full top off. Oh, Dekolkum there on the middle of your screen. Big fan of that guy. Seeker Milan is in this game. There's a lot of big names here.
But at the top of them all, Thomas HD. Thomas is in high definition, people. He's got his teammate here as well to help him out. Bast, the SNG duo. Bast is going to be a little far away from him here, so that is concerning.
That's what I was going to say. I was like, oh my, what are you doing over there? I mean, listen, maybe they're so confident in their play. They're like, yeah, no. I'm going to pick up stuff over here. Just cover me, or just do your own thing, and then we'll meet back like in the next circle, you know?
Yeah, easy. Do your thing, I do my thing.
Thomas finds a huge hit. It was not a down, but that player's shields are all gone. And now... Oh,
nice shots there on Mayhem. Sends him just flying down. Swatted him from the sky. Bass is coming back to his teammate. Nice shot there as well. Onto Eagle. Or Ill Eagle. Yeah, not bad, not bad.
I like that,
I like that one.
Now, where is his duo? So he just went skybound. Oh, look,
right,
they just met up. What? Okay, these guys are on a different level. Okay, we're playing Fortnite. They're playing Fortnite in the year 3000, all right?
That's playing what's happening. In HD.
They're
because Thomas is in high definition, baby, and he's hitting all of them. There's also that geyser. That is it is effectively a free rotation if you need to.
Yeah, they need to be careful though, because like if you touch it too well, I mean he's going for it. But if they were not careful, they got a little too close, they would have been sent skybound and they kind of have to readjust. But they're like, nah. We're going full send. Let's land on these dudes. Someone else is down below, then they box them up. No traps come out though. And that's it. They reclaim the high ground that is so rightfully theirs, and they pull back out the minigun.
And I was going to say, you hear that sound, Zeke? That's the minigun. You're going to see a lot of these duo players. One guy running the mini, and another one looking to potentially run the Silence SMG just to try and get in through those structures. Or you can also be using the heavy snipe to just instantly delete a structure. There is a lot of value there. Stink bombs too, just another item that has become so useful for so many of these players, just to chip away at that HP.
Wow.
Hoaxray is going to go down as well. Sevic though bodies him, is going to crack the shields on that one player that was right below him. He's going to regroup for the time being. Needs to be careful though, because he took a shot there to the left side. He's going to be defending himself.
Be careful, you do not own any of these walls. He's being very brave here. And he's gonna get punished for it. You see right there, and more stinks coming through with the health, but it's okay. Hoaxray finally goes down. The siphon does come through, but dude, he still gets punished for it. Oh my god, and it continues!
Not have the time to be able to use his shield potions, right? Can't use them at all. That's so rough. There's
still so much happening right now, GB. We also just hit top 12. They're just now hitting top 12 for placement.
And as it currently stands, I mean, unless there's like someone at the high ground, I really don't see anyone that's in that firm position to be able to win that game. Typically, we can kind of see that we know who would get into that top two, duo situation. This time around, though, seems like it's a mad dash, a scramble down low, and this is exactly what I like to see personally. Just the carnage and mayhem ensue here. Nicely played there from Tolzito. Gets the body there onto Sevic. Just shotties it right to the face, but then Bast.
Yo, he's still rocking the minigun.
Oh, I stand corrected there. I didn't see who was above us, and it was Thomas and Bass. So once again, maintaining their high ground position. That's been their game plan this entire time. They haven't let it go a single ounce, and since then, it has been pretty convincing from them if they keep on going like this. Raxor, though, off screen takes out.
What is happening?
This has just been standing, just shredding through Luffins there.
It is now a 2v1, GP.
Oh, I like that play from Stanek. Went actually outside of the storm, but he took some damage. And these two players are going to be full health, full shields. And because of that, Stanek is going to be in such a bad spot. And because of that, the victory royale will go to Thomas and Bass.
We hope you were watching in HD, because that was flawless play coming out from these guys.
They were in standard definition. I'm looking forward to their 4K update.
Huge shout outs to Thomas and Bass. Very well executed on them, and the minigun did quite a bit of work for them in that game. And you kind of touched on it, man. They just held high ground. They did everything correctly. Look at the minigun there on the left side of your screen. They were like, yeah, no, we're going to keep using this. This is working for us. We're finding it effective. Let's keep the ball
And that was
rolling.
also a fresh build on that metal, so the minigun's just going to destroy the build instantly, and they timed that one wonderfully. But now, the action keeps on going. We're back into this one. We got Mitro and Mongrel once again alongside Ronan and JDW. We got some monsters in this lobby.
That's right. The Raised by King boys are going to look to potentially go toe-to-toe. Even the
Got
likes of
Boyer,
Crippa and
Crippa?
Boyer? What the heck? All right, this is a stacked lobby, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if this is the last game coming out of EU for us right now.
Lots of moisture right now.
I'm sweating. All right. I'm already sweating everywhere. I don't like this. You're going to don't come back to us.
I'm looking at him, too. It's very, he's getting,
off the...
And he lines it up there, tries to get it through the hole, but instead goes off wide.
Oh, we're doing this like
what a shame.
Doing, golf.
What a shame there.
N47 Sokka here, along Lord Barry, his dual partner, remain themselves in a 2x1 built about 2 grid spaces high. Very good.
Scared. Very scared there for Sokka, who knew that at that moment he needed to close that hole.
That's right. That's right.
That's exactly what he did there.
That's right. Needs to be careful. You don't want to get backboarded. Now we're going to see a few shots coming out as Ronan is a laser beam.
Good job there. Good job from Ronan. And he sends one forward. It's going to get a good bounce off of that. Wonderfully done there.
Just absolute golf clap.
Golf claps.
Absolutely wonderful there. Now, it would have been very devastating because either way, he was facing off against them or Mongrel and Mitro.
Yeah, so either way, he was basically done.
That's right.
And it's a shame, but in the soft sciences, we say you hate to see it.
You hate to see it. Things continue here as Ronan and JDW, Raised by King's brethren in arms, maintain the high ground, keeping it away from Mitro and his dual partner, Mongrel.
Hey, Zeke.
Yeah?
I wonder at what point we transition to a normal commentary voice.
Should we slowly start to raise our voices a little bit louder?
I don't know. I think production raised our voices up because we were so low.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. So if we start going louder...
Just yell, like, really loud? Yeah. No, let's not do that. We don't want to hurt the ears of the viewers at home, but we hope you enjoyed that golf commentary. But now we're back in the action. Someone gets cracked. That's a trap. You don't want to see that.
And had to thirst him immediately because if he didn't, he would have gotten chunked by the stinkers there.
Yep. That 50 health, that siphon just saved his life. He has 50 HP that came through because of that. Otherwise, he would have been knocked. That would have been crazy. Now, it's weird that we're seeing Mitro and Mongrel not in, like, an advantageous spot. Normally, these guys are the guys that are controlling high ground, right? They're sitting well above everyone else. They're not doing that here. They're just on this low ground. Maybe they're like, look, we just need to hit points here. Like, what's going on? I'm curious to know. They see a supply drop up ahead, look to laser down the player, make sure he cannot secure that. Can it come through? Maybe not. Looks like, okay.
It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure. On the bottom left, you see Crippa go down. This could spell disaster for his teammate. Because again, guys, this is it. This is the final few games coming out of Europe. No longer can queue. These games are concluding, and then we're going to crown a winner. So this is their last opportunity to get points.
And given how Mongrel and Mitro have been playing, man, this has just been so well done by them. And you have to be fearful if you're in this lobby. You know exactly what to expect. And oh, look at that, just a nice little care package. It just so happens to be there. That's wonderful for them. And also, that means going to be able to benefit the full use of that slurp. And they're going to go right back up to full health. But they are going to be in that low ground. And that is concerning for Mitro and Mongrel. You got Keels as well as Hawkers going to be right above them. And they're going to just use that jump pad. Mongrel's going to be able to get away with it as well. I thought he almost got boxed out of it from the steps there, but I think that was their own, so they were able to edit out of that. And back at it again, and they're going to try and shut down this players at the ultimate high ground. And just the targeting, right? The tracking and the focus. But also, look at the snaking that's being done here. The tunneling out from those players. That was brilliantly done. It just so happened that they were doing it whilst getting the pressure applied, and Red Rush is out of this one. He'll be knocked down. And he won't be able to get picked up because the storm continues to push on in.
Man, these guys are so methodical in their play. Just always actively doing something, always shooting at someone, always trying to gain these micro advantages. Look at these. They're just casually walking across all the action down below, finding more limbs.
But did you see that pressure that they were applying, that Mongrel was doing and Mitro was right above? and then Mongrel would decide to push in. There's just this level of trust that they both have that is so impressive. You don't see from a lot of duos here. Now we got Plash and Teddy